Goshen High School, I'm Sam Foote.
And I'm Daniel Adamson.
And we're bringing you your news for this week. April 24th, there will be a spring band concert from 7 to 9 p.m. at Goshen. Please come and support our musicians.
May 1st will be Bus Driver Appreciation Day. As well, there will be a Volunteer Appreciation Day at Goshen High School.
And then, coming up on May 11th, Goshen High School will be having our prom from approximately 8 to 12 p.m. We will then be having an after prom at Scene 75 from 12 p.m. onwards. This prom event will be at Oasis, and we hope that you, juniors and seniors, can enjoy yourselves at this wonderful life experience. And that's all we have for you. On to our weather.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Short here bringing you the weather for this week. Today is cloudy with a high of 61 and a low of 40. Thursday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 46. Friday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 66 and a low of 46. Saturday is also going to be partly cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 36. This has been Elizabeth Short bringing you the weather.
Welcome to high school sports. Varsity baseball will be having 3 games this week. Wednesday is a home game against Batavia, Friday is an away game against Clinton Massey, and then Saturday is a home game against Washington Courthouse High School. For the JV team, Wednesday is an away game against Batavia, Friday is a home game against Clinton Massey, and then Saturday is an away game against Washington Courthouse High School. Varsity softball will be having 3 games this week. Wednesday is a home game against Batavia, Friday is an away game against Clinton Massey, and then Saturday is a home game against Washington Courthouse High School. For the JV team, Wednesday is an away game against Batavia, Friday is a home game against Clinton Massey, and then Saturday is an away game against Washington Courthouse High School. Tennis got 4 matches this week. Tuesday is a home game against Batavia, Wednesday is a home game against Blanchester, Thursday and Saturday are away coaches classics. Track will be having 3 invitationals this week. Tuesday is an away invitational against Williamsburg, Friday is an away against Loveland, and then Saturday is an away against Archbishop McNicholas. This has been Connor Bachler with Sports, and thank you for watching GNN. Make sure to tune in next time.
Welcome to GNN Sports. In general news, the NFL Draft starts tomorrow, April 26th. We will have more coverage of individual picks by the Cincinnati Bengals and other memorable picks on our next GNN episode. Moving on to hockey, the Columbus Blue Jackets season is unfortunately over after a 4-2 series loss against the Washington Capitals. The second round playoff matchups are completely set, with the exception being Boston and Tampa Bay, who have Game 7 of their series tonight at 7:30. The second round matchups are in the West, Nashville versus Winnipeg and Vegas versus San Jose. In the East, we will have Pittsburgh and Washington, and then Tampa Bay and the winner of Boston and Toronto. The first second round games start tomorrow with Vegas and San Jose. And in baseball, the Cincinnati Reds are looking for their first series sweep of the season. They have defeated the Atlanta Braves 2 out of the 3 games so far, and the third game is tonight at 6:40. Our thoughts and prayers go out to White Sox pitcher Danny Farquhar, as he suffered a ruptured brain aneurysm last week. Thanks for watching. This has been Savannah Dewar with Sports on GNN.
Hello Goshen High School, I'm Sam Foote, and I'm bringing you my book of the week. This week I'm bringing you The Gilded Age, A Tale of Today by Mark Twain and Charles Warner. This is a book that satirizes the greed and political corruption in the era after the Civil War, known as the Gilded Age. Throughout this story, a single family is followed closely, and this family is attempting to sell a great deal of unimproved land in order to make quick and easy money. This family does so by sending their beautiful adopted daughter, Laura, to Washington, D.C. to lobby for the land to be sold. This family does so by sending their adoptive daughter, Laura, to Washington, D.C. to attempt to lobby the government to buy the land for a handsome price. A great deal of this story shows the futility of attempting to use prospects and speculation with land. And the story can also be kind of bland and dry at times. For these reasons, I give it 1 Sam out of Sam. And while it's still a read that you may be able to enjoy and find value in, it may not be as interesting as some of the other novels out there. This has been Sam's Book of the Week. Thanks for watching.
My name is Danny Wendell,
And I'm Angel Minkhouse.
bringing you a special segment about Studio Ghibli, also pronounced Ghibli. Studio Ghibli is a Japanese animation and film studio based in Kogani, Tokyo. They have a recognizable art style and beautifully composed soundtracks. Studio Ghibli is known for creating whimsical and magical worlds unbeknownst to our reality with touching storylines. In light of recent times with CGI and digital animation becoming the majority, Studio Ghibli is more traditional in cel animates.
For those who don't know, cel animation is when it's traditionally drawn and then colored in the computer. And after all the frames have been traditionally drawn, they're put into a computer and put all together. Despite how popular Studio Ghibli is today, it wasn't an instant success and it actually had a hard with its uprising.
The founders are Hayao Miyazaki, Isao Takahata, Toshio Suzuki, and Yasuyoshi Tokuma. And the music composer is Joe Hisaishi.
Some of Studio Ghibli's most recognizable works are Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and Princess Mononoke.
Today we will be talking about some of our personal favorites.
Ponyo is probably one of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies because it's the first I've ever seen. It's very creative in its atmosphere and it gives a very good vibe off.
Spirited Away might have an outlandish plot to some, but I find it personally charming. Witches, bathhouses, magic, and dragons, there's so much to love.
Princess Mononoke is another favorite of mine. It's won awards for its amazing story and its wonderful soundtrack. The story follows a banished prince who finds himself in a war between nature and mankind.
My Neighbor Totoro follows the story of two young girls and their father who move into a new home. There they meet a spirit of a tree named Totoro who takes them on wacky adventures with their friend the Cat Bus. My Neighbor Totoro was one of Studio Ghibli's biggest successes. The spirit of the tree, Totoro, is also their mascot.
Kiki's Delivery Service, even though it's about a witch, it's more down to earth than the other Ghibli movies. It's about a young witch who moves into a town, only to get into lots of trouble with those humans around her.
Studio Ghibli has had a cultural impact on Japan and now making its way into Western countries.
And Disney, very popular here in America, is the one who takes Ghibli's films and dubs them into English. This has been Angel Minkhouse,
And Danny Wendell.
signing out.